It's day 2 of taking the sailboat down to the Bahamas. We're currently on a canal somewhere between Orlando and Miami, and we're planning to cross very soon. This morning, on both sides of the canal, we saw the most incredible mansions, houses in a size that you usually don't get to see, especially not from that close. It felt like we were in the backyard of one of the richest people in the United States. This house right here makes me think of The Sims, like the biggest dream house. That's pretty much what these houses would look like. Because of the tides, the speed on the canal can vary a little bit. Today we were actually having quite a fast day with 6.3 knots. This canal feels a little bit like a highway. There's signs on both sides that you need to stay inside of. So there's green on the left side and there's red on the right side, and you have to always be inside of those. Sometimes there's other boats passing us from the back or from the front, especially that the big motor yachts are way faster than our small sailboat. It's common courtesy to slow down when you're passing another ship so that there's not too many waves, but not all of the people do that.
Making waves. God, that's waves.
Renault does most of the driving, but there's moments where I take the handlebars. Sometimes we can also use an autopilot, so that also helps a lot. I didn't bring a lot of clothes on this trip because I knew that it's going to be quite warm, and also on a sailboat there's not a lot of space, so all the space I'm getting for my clothes is this little cupboard in the front. Although there isn't much storage space, living on here is actually very comfortable. We have everything we need. There is an oven, there is a toilet, and I can even make cookies. Renault is Canadian, that's why there is this big Canadian flag in the back of the boat. I didn't know this, but you have to have a flag from where you're from on your boat. For regulation reasons, the flag apparently has to be that big, which is very funny to both of us. I really wanted to go for a swim because it's super hot, but we quickly looked it up and it said
there's alligators everywhere in Florida. Most in brackish water. They tend to ambush their prey like snakes. There's snakes as well. Venomous water snakes.
I guess that answers my question. I think I'm not gonna take the alligator risk. And it looks like alligators would be just hiding right there. Look at that. That looks like an alligator hiding space.
Another curious thing is that there's actually a lot of bridges on our trip.
Right there.
For the bridge to open, Renault calls it in advance, and then they open it, sometimes even just for us.
Opening just for us.
Some other bridges have some kind of schedule and you have to fit the timing perfect. Otherwise you have to wait, and that has happened to us as well. Every time a bridge opens though, the traffic is interrupted, so of course they don't want to do that too often. When the sun's about to set, we look for a good anchorage point. Basically you have to anchor outside of the canal.
Ugliness alert.
And there's places that are easier than others. Tonight we were just in front of this resort that had some kind of concert during the whole night. So we had a little bit of live music entertainment, and because the last 2 days I didn't move much, the only thing I try to do at least is to stretch a little bit. Tomorrow is going to be a prep day because the day after we're gonna sail to the Bahamas during the night. So stay tuned for that.